From the Simmons Complex in Farmingdale, Maine, it's Class C quarterfinal soccer in the South Division. And tonight, the home team, the Halldale Bulldogs, they battle their rivals from Winthrop, the Ramblers. I'm Rob Kennedy. Chris Wheeler doing our camera tonight. Rob Munzing is going to be doing our producing at some point, as he was doing broadcasts earlier. Oh, he's up here now. He was doing broadcasts earlier, so he is taking a quick break between games, and I don't blame him. Cold night here at Halldale High School, but a great night for soccer. No rain, field's in excellent condition, and we're going to have a really good night tonight when it comes to the quarterfinal matchup. Halldale coming in with a record of 10 wins, no losses in the season, and 4 ties. They've knocked off Winthrop twice this season, both by 4-0 score lines. They do have one loss. Doesn't count in their record. It was the 1-0 loss to Marina Cook in the MVC title game. Doesn't impact their record, like I said. Doesn't impact their playoff positioning or anything like that. That was about a week ago. The winner tonight will play against Waynfleet or NYA. That game went on earlier today. We haven't been able to see a score on that one yet. But that's what's at stake, a matchup in the second round. For the Ramblers, 8-6 on the season. They are the 7th seed. Back on their own after co-oping with Monmouth the last couple of years, and they've had a great season, especially when you consider that there are 18 players on the roster. 13 of those 18 players are first years. Rookies on this team all the way around, so that bodes very well for the future, this Rambler soccer team back on their own. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games, including a 3-0 victory over Mountain Valley in their last game of the season. That was 8 days ago. Coming in today to take on Halldale. They've lost 2 twice this season, both by 4-0 score lines. So the Ramblers, though, in the boys' side last year, had dropped a couple of contests to Halldale, came in and won the playoff game right in this very round of the quarterfinals in penalty kicks. So don't put anything past the Winthrop Ramblers here tonight, and the Halldale Bulldogs will take nothing for granted. We're about to have our starting lineups introduced, and when we do that, we'll be sending it to the voice of the Halldale Athletic Department here. That's Connor Dumont.
Good evening and welcome to Halldale High School for this quarterfinal playoff game featuring the visiting Winthrop Ramblers and your home Halldale Bulldogs. The boosters would like to remind everyone that the Snack Shack is open this evening, so make sure you stop by for some dinner and perhaps something to warm up. We'll now begin by announcing the starters for Winthrop. A senior, number 3, Ella Rice. A senior, number 13, Zion Armstrong. A senior, number 9, Katie Beck. A sophomore, number 8, Abigail St. Clair. A freshman, number 7, Ellie Barrett. A freshman, number 4, Bella Bear. A freshman, number 18, Mila Presti. A freshman, number 0, Kaylee Savage. A freshman, number 2, Elise Bilodeau. A freshman, number 1, Chloe Susie Fowler. And a freshman, number 11, Jocelyn Babineau. And now, introducing the starters for your Bulldogs. A freshman, number 5, Sophia Murch. A sophomore, number 7, Emmeline Nichols. A senior, number 8, Lucy Gray. A senior, number 9, Addison Tinkham. A sophomore, number 11, Maya Hammonds. A junior, number 14, Jessie Willie. A senior, number 16, Julia Knott. A junior, number 0, Sierra Gibbons. A senior, number 20, Kaylin Johnston. A senior, number 22, Marie Benoit. And a freshman, number 25, Robin Ash. Good luck to both teams.
There are your starting lineups tonight. Halldale and Winthrop set to go in the Class C South quarterfinals. Winner, as I mentioned, taking on the winner of NYA and Waynfleet on this side of the bracket. Other side of the bracket looks like this. Marina Cook taking on number 8 Mountain Valley and number 4 Trape and number 5 Mount Abram is the other half of the girls C South brackets. Boys soccer will play tomorrow against Mountain Valley. It's a 4 o'clock start right here at the Simmons Complex in Farmingdale. And Halldale field hockey, they won today as well, a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Lisbon that propels them into the semifinals of Class C South.
In a game you saw earlier here on Munsing Media from Hopefield and Gardner, we brought you quarterfinal field hockey action from Gardner. It's the Tigers 3, Nokomis Warriors 2. Tigers had that pretty well in hand. 3-0 lead, 3-1 for most of the second half, Rob. And Nokomis scored a late goal with about 25 seconds left. So Tigers won that one pretty well. And want to thank Chris Wheeler getting everything set to go up here for us at Halldale as we bring you a doubleheader with just a little bit of time between games, at least for me, as I rolled over from. I want to thank my lovely wife, Beth, brought me a sandwich for between games and had that on the way over here as I tried to get rid of the chill.
Yeah, it's not easy tonight. It is not warm out. At least there's not much wind to speak of, which is keeping it a little bit better than it was last week at the MVC contest. 43 degrees right now in Farmingdale, but without that wind, it's not as bad as it could be.
I don't think it's bad, Rob, for this time of year. We'll certainly take that, particularly no wind up here on the hill. That's
it's rare.
This time of year, that's rather rare.
Marie Benoit's going to get us going. She's standing over the ball there, the midfield stripe, the MVC Player of the Year.
Well deserved for Marie. She's been something for this program for a lot of years.
We are underway. Halldale wearing the black uniforms, and they'll attack from left to right. Winthrop wearing the road whites. Murch trying to roll that into the area. Abigail St. Clair clears that out. Not work that back. That's Johnston. Trying to work toward Jesse Willie. Willie deflected the ball. Now it's stolen by Robin Ash. Ash, the rookie. Trying to play that give and go. Willie was the intended target for the not pass. Or sorry, that was Nichols who made that pass. Emlyn Nichols played toward Lucy Gray. They popped that ahead. It's Ellie Barrett for the Ramblers. Gray switching the field a little bit. Murch looked to roll that through. Jesse Willie on it. Willie battling inside the area. Solid defense. That was the Ramblers number 18, Mila Presti. Winthrop's going to have to weather a storm here, I would think, in the early going. Halldale in their home field. Very good offensive team is looking to attack. And if Winthrop can keep this game scoreless, the longer that goes, the better chance they'll have. That's what the Winthrop boys did last year to the Halldale boys.
Yeah, just about a year ago, Rob, almost to the date.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
That was a similar situation, too, that Halldale won both regular season contests, but Winthrop held the Bulldogs off the scoreboard and won that game in penalty kicks. That was the 25th of October last year.
Yeah, we all remember that date, that's for sure.
Yes, we do. Surreal drive home that night.
It really was.
Emlyn Nichols for the Bulldogs. Robin Ash. Ash trying to turn back inside, being defended by Zion Armstrong. Good defense to converge on Ash, but Lucy Gray will have a chance here. Trying to feed that through to Benoit. That's booted away on the 18 by the Ramblers' defense. That was number 8, Abby St. Clair again, one of the captains, and one of the anchors of the fullbacks. Willie, again trying to break inside the area, and a great battle going on over there. Once again, Presti knocking it away.
Rob, you would have loved the shirts at Gardner today. Gardner wore white with black numbers and Nokomis red with white numbers.
No, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, white with black for the Tigers. Everything was great. I could see everything. It was a revelation.
Now, Halldale's black and red aren't too bad.
Not too bad.
Of course, the Winthrop white and green are pristine.
Yes.
Easy to see. My favorite so far has been Moranica color. The yellow numbers on black are about the easiest thing to see ever.
Well, good crowd joining us on Facebook tonight. Thank you, folks.
Ramblers again. Diffuse a foray into the area for the Bulldogs. Ash trying to square that. It was intercepted. Now a chance for the Ramblers. Barreling up the field is Armstrong. And it was eventually Hammonds who clears that out. Benoit. Lucy Gray arriving in support. Played toward Willie. She won't get there. The Ramblers defense does. And that's played out into touch by St. Clair. Playoff soccer. Quarterfinals today, semifinals, I believe, on Friday or Saturday. I forget which one is going to be. And the regional finals next week. State finals a week from Saturday.
Yeah, we're committed this Saturday down at Central Maine Community College. So.
Something important going on down there?
Yeah, right. This is probably going to end up being our final game that we're able to bring you from Halldale till basketball season right around the corner.
Yeah, schedule's, I don't know if it's finalized completely yet. Chris Rangelo, I know, has been working on that, the Halldale AD, and it's nearing completion if it's not complete already.
Well, fantastic. We'll have a lot of nights this winter, or I think we can do Halldale and Gardner games because we've got sets of equipment that can go to each place. And
Perfect.
I think we can maybe pick up a little more coverage this winter.
Certainly won't be dealing with 45-degree temperatures for Halldale basketball games. Not inside, anyway.
And if they have any outdoor games this winter, we're not doing them.
No. I don't think we'd be able to get reception out there in the back lot where the basketball court is. That's a no Wi-Fi zone. St. Clair clears it again. Bounced a little high up there on Bella Bear. And foul called and a free kick for Halldale.
I don't know if you caught up with it, Rob, but we did the Gardner boys soccer game Saturday, 8-6
yes,
final,
I saw
14 goals.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was awesome. I wish I'd had you along for the call. So
Good day to work on your goal call that day.
I get to work on the goal call, and we had all the replays running smoothly. It was fantastic. What a game that was.
You don't see those very often.
No, it was fantastic. I loved it.
Trying to play it into the area. Deflected, but Winthrop's still dangerous here. Trying to turn and shoot Armstrong. It's in the area, cleared by Halldale. Good threat here by the visitors. Ellie Barrett just missed that. Now Jessie Willie back from her forward position.
Just to finish that thought, Rob, none of them penalty kicks, all in regulation play.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Any set-piece goals?
Not sure.
Corner kick, anything from a free kick?
One, I think.
Just one, yeah.
But most of them were off action.
Yeah, those are the best. Dingham trying to play that away. It's deflected. Ramblers frustrating Halldale a little bit here in the early going.
Chris was telling me we put a highlight up of a Kean Elves header goal off a throw-in from Zach Reed. 6,000 views up on social media.
That one I definitely saw. Sophia Murch right on the edge of the area. Willie kicked that high. Benoit shot is spinning. You got to be careful of that with a goalkeeper. But Kylie Savage played it perfectly. You know, right when it deflects off the foot of a defender like that, especially at close range, that ball's going to have some wicked spin on it. Emma Nichols trying to chest that down. Now it's Robin Ash. Benoit trying to spin past the defenders. Chloe Susie Fowler is there. There's a shot, and it's inside the post for a goal. Marie Benoit just turning and firing, and Halldale with the early 1-0 lead. You give her space, and she can burn you, and she just does here.
Yeah, it looked innocent enough, didn't it, Rob?
Yeah, it really did.
Take a look at on the replay.
Just split the defenders. I mean, they had players around her, but a perfectly placed shot just inside the post, and that's all the daylight Marie Benoit needs to find the back of the net. So Halldale gets the very important first goal, and they're up 1-0 in the 8th minute. So we mentioned Winthrop's best chance is to hold this game scoreless for a while and look to attack on the counter. But now they have to change things a little bit, perhaps, as playing from behind against the Bulldogs is not an easy thing to do. And he taken with the throw for Halldale. Murch. Benoit played that back. Back to Benoit again. This time they don't give her any space. A little bit of daylight, like I said. They had her covered fairly well, but most players in that situation where you have two defenders there are not going to be able to split the defense in a shot like that and sneak it inside the post.
Yeah, she's a gifted goal scorer, no question about it.
She's not most players.
No, exactly.
Murch settling. A real good battle there. Almost got taken away by Bella Bear. Maya Hammonds, the sophomore. Nichols with plenty of time. Played ahead by St. Clair, deflected right off of Lucy Gray. Kaylin Johnston. Now it's Julia Knott. Looking for Willie over on the right flank, and Willie defended well again by Presti. That's been a good battle here in the first 10 minutes. Take them back at the midfield stripe. Looking to square that ball. Excellent anticipation by the Ramblers. There's a bouncing ball. Nichols stepping up. Run around defenders. Had an ally in Gray right by the center circle. Robin Ash. Ash trying to play that through, knocked away. Solid defense by Susie Fowler. Murch looking to square, and again the Winthrop defenders holding firm. Ella Rice in the vicinity, number 3. One of the few seniors on this Ramblers team. Here's a cross from Tinkham, and well played by Kylie Savage out to snare it.
I always found when you had a young team like this, if you could get into the playoffs, play a competitive game, it goes so much towards setting your off-season, Rob, for the kids. They have a positive frame of mind coming in and say, hey, you know, we did pretty well with a young team. Next year we'll be a year older.
This team with 13 freshmen out of 18 on the roster. I mean, this type of playoff experience is invaluable. It's a Winthrop team you have to watch out for in the next couple of years as this team grows and develops.
Well, the other thing that happens is you get another week of practice, and that's valuable with a young team.
Team won 8 games this season. There's a shot from distance, but that's over the bar. A goal kick for Kylie Savage and the Ramblers. That's the thing overall, is you just take a look at a young team. They won 8 games this season. They'll graduate some talent, but you keep 13 players and give them some playoff experience, it definitely sets a foundation.
I'm sure you in the pregame mentioned the field hockey game today. They won 1-0, and congratulations. We couldn't be here for that. We were in Gardner for field hockey.
Perula Clark just in the game. She'll play that back. Nichols. That's out into touch for a Winthrop throw. Yeah, Halldale scoring a very early goal, and it held up. Lisbon especially challenging back in the third quarter, forcing a couple of very good saves out of the Halldale keeper, Jade Graham.
Well, she's the one that can do it for you.
Yeah, absolutely can. The Bulldogs controlled play in the first half, but the Greyhounds really made it interesting in the second half and came close to getting that equalizer. The Bulldogs advancing to the C-South semifinals. Murch on the run. Collision over there. Ref says play on. It was Bilodeau who got knocked down. No harm to the Ramblers, though, as they clear. Clark has that roll off her ankle. And a high spinning ball played ahead. No one there but Bulldogs, though, and Hammonds calmly. Outside to Emma Nichols. Nichols looking to turn quickly toward Willie. It was behind her. And once again, Presti right there on the spot, playing it into touch for a Halldale throw. And a good battle between Willie and Presti. Nichols trying to play that over the top. That bounced and did find its way through to Benoit. Benoit turning. Square with that left foot to Lucy Gray. Gray back to Benoit again. You can see how quickly the Ramblers' defense is right up on her to close her down and take away the immediate shot. Perula Clark. That deflected off Armstrong. And again, Winthrop defense doing a great job not letting Benoit walk in on goal. Another good battle over on the touchline. This will be a Halldale throw, however, in the 13th minute. Nichols with a trap. Gray. Well, he can't catch up to that. Sub coming in. That's Ellie Barrett who re-enters the game. Sophie Lassard, number 21, checking out. Good play ahead by Armstrong. Wanted to connect with Bella Bear, but it was away from her. There's a handball, I believe, on Gray. I think it bounced up on her. It did, so that's a free kick to Winthrop.
Getting folks thanking us for doing the game tonight. Happy to be here. Happy to be covering Bulldog sports again this year. And make sure you thank our sponsors when you see them, because they're the reason that we're able to do this.
Here's St. Clair for Winthrop, trying to play that through, and it's awful difficult to get that ball past Kaylin Johnston, who's a all-conference defender. Hammonds played out wide, now into the area, and a race for it. Great ball, and Bella Bear came very close to catching up to that. Sierra Gibbons pouncing off the line to get there first. The Ramblers don't seem too fazed by that opening goal. They're battling right back. Nichols with the throw for Halldale. A couple of subs for the Bulldogs. Robin Ash will come back in the game, and Fiona Breslin enters.
You know, lots of times this year, teams that play on grass fields are looking for a turf field to play their playoff games on. No need to do that here. This field continues to be in excellent shape.
Yeah.
Of course, it hasn't been very wet at all. They're probably watering the field.
Well, the best shape I've seen this field in the end of October, early November, in a long time, maybe ever.
Yeah, well, the Gray brothers have put some good work into the fields here, both field hockey and soccer, as we mentioned on the previous broadcast. And they're looking to get into that area, doing some work out for Jim Palmer out at Oak Hill, Jim told me. So, you know, if you have a field that needs some tender love and care.
Here's St. Clair on the restart. Right to the 18. A lot of bodies lined up across the line. And unfortunately for the Ramblers that time, the ball went to the area where they're all black shirts. Looking ahead for Benoit, and Ella Rice says not this time. Foul called. This time it goes against the Ramblers as Addie Tinkham was fouled, so it's a free kick for Halldale here. Amazing how quickly the season goes. We're out here at the beginning of September. Much warmer temperatures, of course. And all of a sudden, first round of the playoffs. Johnston. Shouldered toward Perula Clark. Instead, it's Armstrong who arrives. Nichols just in front of Bear. Lucy Gray fighting off a challenge, looking to connect with Willie into the area. Played very well by St. Clair, one of the captains. And the Ramblers looking to break now. Winthrop with the ball, Armstrong. Wanted Bear. Won't get that through Tinkham, and a tremendous play to step up by Armstrong to put it off Tinkham's foot, but no one in white in the area. Maya Hammond's back to play. And Hammond's just doing the smart thing, getting rid of it. Really had no targets there and didn't want to be dispossessed so close to the goal, and concedes the throw. Presti played that back. St. Clair. Armstrong shot blocked. Clark and Armstrong collide. Perula Clark played into the middle. And Ash arrives just before Katie Beck. Bilodeau. Addie Tinkham. Tinkham. Played ahead for the Bulldogs. Ash. Robin Ash still holding. Into the area, too close to the keeper, however, and in the end, no problem for Savage. Bulldogs have never reached a state final. That's the goal this year. Reaching the state final, winning a regional championship, and hopefully the ladies in black beyond. Winthrop Ramblers have something to say about that, but they're on the wrong end of a one-goal deficit here in the 18th minute.
Yeah, Halldale's been pointing towards this class and this group of athletes, thinking this might be the year, but you still got to go out and beat those teams, Rob, and nothing for granted, of course, and, you know, they're well-schooled on this. They know what's at stake. They're not going to let up in a quarterfinal game, and I'm sure the game last year, again, the boys' game, the Halldale-Winthrop game, might have got mentioned in this week's preparation.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Assistant coach Mark Tinkham was, of course, on the broadcast that night. He was there remembering it well.
It was an exciting finish with the penalty kicks.
It was. Unfortunately, that's just going to end a heartbreak in some way, shape, or form for one of the teams, and it did for the Halldale Bulldogs that night. I think about Class C, too, is that Class C South, and the North as well, we'll focus on the South, is going to be a gauntlet.
Yep.
When you look at who Halldale would play after this, if they win this game and hold on, NYA or Waynfleet, both very good teams. Maranacook is the top seed. Halldale played them in the MVCs, Maranacook winning 1-0. But really, Maranacook had the bulk of possession and control in that game. They're a tough team to crack. Only allowed 5 goals on the season. 1 to Halldale in a draw earlier this year. Bulldogs can't find a way through again. The Ramblers' defense continuing to hold. Take them. Fake's going back, and it was a smart move to turn around because she had a Rambler player just waiting for a loose ball in Bella Bear. Zion Armstrong. Clark was right there with her. Now it's Murch. Here's Perula Clark, and spun off her foot. She's not happy about that. It's a throw-in for the Ramblers. And back in the game, Sophie Lassard. That's off Clark. Another throw-in for Winthrop as we approach the halfway mark of this first half. Marie Benoit in the 8th minute. A tremendous shot from about 18 yards. That's the only goal so far. Murch heads that off Lassard. Lassard, good left foot off the bounce to control that. It's right to Caitlin Johnson, however, but Winthrop gets it back on the throw. Lassard. Clark there to pester her. It's another throw in for the Ramblers. Nichols, sky high, Presti underneath. Misjudged the header. This time Halldale with the throw as it's off Presti's ponytail. That bounces toward Murch. Murch trying to escape Presti. They play that back. Once again, a nice play outside to Abigail St. Clair. St. Clair trying to get by Nichols, does so and keeps possession. Decent ball into the area, but that's knocked down and cleared by Tinkham, who drifted over from her left back position. Now Murch with it, has to hurry as she's got St. Clair bearing down, and St. Clair eventually with that steal. Conceding the throw to Halldale, and Lucy Gray will re-enter for the Bulldogs. Emma Nichols taking the throw, the Bulldogs sophomore. She'll get to do it one more time, a little further down the field. Right on that goal line into the area and put in front. Oh, and what a finish that was. A tremendous finish. Fiona Breslin arriving and playing that volley into the back of the net. It's 2-0 Halldale. Excellent pass from Marie Benoit, but Breslin had to do the hard work on that bouncing finish.
Here it is right here, Rob.
You watch it skip off the turf. Breslin, oh, wow, perfect timing. A tremendous goal. Comes in the 22nd minute. And Fiona Breslin, a sophomore, doubling Halldale's advantage. So goal and an assist tonight so far from the MVC Player of the Year, Marie Benoit. But really the impressive thing to me there was being able to pick that ball out of the air on the bounce and on the move by Fiona Breslin. Great agility to score from close range. Ramblers trying to battle right back. Pass bound for Bella Bear was cut off. That's toward Lassard, but stepping up to drive that away, the Bulldogs' defense, and Emma Nichols. A spinning ball that went away from Lucy Gray. Johnston steps up and plays it outside toward Breslin. It spun away from her, but she's got it. Tinkham trying to switch the field here. That's played into space. Sophia Murch, the closest Bulldog. She won't catch this. It's a Winthrop throw. Rolled ahead toward Murch from Emma Nichols. That was stolen again by Presti. It takes a little while to roll out into touch, but a throw in for Emma Nichols. Robin Ash. Solid defending from Zion Armstrong and Sophia Lassard. That results in a Winthrop throw. Halldale will get it right back. Crowd over here on the near side. Julia not rolling that ahead, trying to get Murch to run onto it, but again beaten by the defender, Abby St. Clair. Nichols back to throw once again. She's getting lots of practice in that aspect of the game all of a sudden. And she'll get some more.
Yeah, she's had a lot of action tonight, Nichols has.
It's about the fifth throw-in she's made in about the last minute and change.
Going to have to ice that arm.
This time she uses the foot. Decent delivery into the area. Breslin just couldn't catch up to it as it was too close to the keeper, and Savage played it on the hop. Good idea, though. A little further away, and Breslin might have had a chance to volley for her second goal. That's knocked down by Zion Armstrong. Ramblers trying the right side of the field this time. Battle of nines over there. That time Katie Beck knocked that away from Tinkham, but it's Tinkham who wins the throw for Halldale. High hop on Breslin. She couldn't control that, but Halldale maintains possession as that was knocked out into touch by Bilodeau. Another throw for the Bulldogs on the far touchline. A good crowd here tonight. Kind of continue to fill up after the game started. Busy day here at Halldale High School for sports. Field hockey at 3 o'clock today. This game kicking off at 6 o'clock. And it continues tomorrow with boys soccer right here at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, unfortunately, got a late afternoon commitment with our house construction going on. We're going to meet with the builders tomorrow.
Yeah, it kind of should take
afternoon,
priority,
so,
I would expect, yeah.
So we're not available to be able to do that 4 o'clock game.
You're right here at home for Bulldogs fans who want to come down. And weather permitting, of course. They'll have some rain in the forecast tomorrow. I think a lot for the morning more than the afternoon. We'll see how that pans out. Benoit drawing a crowd of Winthrop defenders. 3 right there. She managed to get away from all 3. Same type of pass to Breslin. She's escaped. And that was deflected by Ella Rice in the area. Ball stayed in play. Played back by Robin Ash. Trying to find Julian Knott in that pass. It was cut out. Armstrong ahead. Hammonds had a little more time, but got rid of it immediately. It's going to work out, perhaps. No, Lassard came in and knocked it off Robin Ash's boot. Ash with it again. Now it's Lucy Gray. Ramblers in possession again. They'll play that up the touchline. Nichols there to intercept just in front of Bear. Johnston battling with Katie Beck, number 9 out there in white and green. Benoit worked that back to Johnston up in the play. Gray is trying to find Murch on that right side, and again, cleared away by the Ramblers. Tinkham intercepts at the center stripe. Julia Knott, now another captain, turning toward Benoit. And Benoit wins the free kick. And this is an area she can shoot from, too, by the way. About 30 yards out, but we've seen her take these before and put them on frame or score them. She's trying that again. Oh, and it clanged off the upright. That'll be a Halldale. That'll be a goal kick. Didn't touch the keeper. So a couple of subs now for the Ramblers. Shaylee Farrington has come in, number 10. Ellie Barrett back in, number 7. Ramblers take the goal kick, St. Clair. Nichols. As misplayed over here on the near side. Nichols by the touchline again, trying to connect. He's looking for Megan Inch, who just came in, number 15. Another Halldale throw. Nichols another throw in from the near side. 28th minute here in Farmingdale. Goals in the 8th minute and the 22nd minute by Marie Benoit and Fiona Breslin, respectively. Johnston, a good battle. Once again with number 9, Katie Beck. Beck and Tinkham renewing acquaintances. And Beck stole that. Beck trying to play it toward Bear. Bear's in a crowd, though, and up to clear that away is Maya Hammonds. Johnston heads wide. Nichols saves it. Inch was challenged and no one really to pass to when Mila Presti closed her down, just got rid of that. They try the touch pass toward Bear. It's a little too strong for her. Nichols again up the touchline, again toward Megan Inch. Inch trying to cut back inside. It deflected off Lucy Gray. Presti the last to touch it. It's a Halldale throw. A sub for Halldale. It's Izzy Tinkham, who was injured earlier in the season. But back to action for the Bulldogs. Sophomore in the contest for the first time tonight.
Yeah, wearing that protective sleeve there on the right knee.
Yep. It hurt the Mount Abram game, I think it was. Armstrong rolling outside, was cut off there by Julia Knott, who turned her around. Izzy Tinkham colliding with Armstrong. Now it's Beck. Addie Tinkham blocked that. Armstrong by the 18, and again dispossessed, but I say not legally. At first thought that they were going to whistle that against Addie Tinkham. I think she thought so as well, but it's a free kick to the Bulldogs. The way Addie reacted right off, she seemed surprised by the whistle, but relieved when it wasn't called against her. That would have been a free kick in a very good spot for the Ramblers. Benoit to Gray again. Gray going outside. Great pursuit by Barrett. That bouncing ball stayed in play for a bit, deflected off Knott, so it's a Winthrop throw. About to pass the half-hour mark here. Bulldogs 2 goals to the good. They've had the bulk of the possession, territorial advantage as well, and that's a ball that was bound for Inch and really played nicely by the defense. St. Clair again. She's up in the rush right now, but Knott walked right by her. Presti worked that high in the air. The spinning ball. Bear. Squaring that toward Beck. Beck with some time. Problem for Beck is she only had one target ahead of her, and that was Bear, and Bear was surrounded by 3 Halldale defenders. The Ramblers will try again. They've got some space on the left side if they can switch it out here. That's where Armstrong's going. Cutting back into the middle and was rudely greeted by Izzy Tinkham. Now Susie Fowler. Played toward Fiona Breslin now for Halldale. Breslin looking to feed Benoit. It was stolen by Rice. Gray knocked that down. Addie Tinkham really battling there in one possession. Benoit's harassed by Babineau. Cleared to the center stripe, but no further. Bulldogs back on it again. Trying to switch the field. Megan Inch, can she split the defense? Maybe, but the keeper sees that, and out comes Savage to pick it up. That was played well by the Ramblers. Did look for a moment that Inch did sneak through the defense, but they recovered well. 3 white jerseys plus the keeper. All made sure that was not a chance that would end up dangerous. Farrington lost that out into touch. It's a Halldale throw. No subs for Halldale. Robin Ash back in. Also see Sophia Murch and Prula Clark re-entering the game for Halldale. Elise Bilodeau will check in the next opportunity for Winthrop. Halldale's throw. Miriam Ash takes this one. Murch. And Armstrong pounds that away. Hammonds at time and space, but right down that left side again. Lucy Gray, stolen from behind. Izzy Tinkham. Nichols boots that ahead. Perula Clark with a header. Clark trying to settle. Worked her way through a defender. Almost found Benoit. That was cleared. Clark will try again. A square ball. There's Lucy Gray. Gray has Benoit on the run. Perfect pass and a shot. Oh, great save by Savage. That was too hot to handle. She did the wise thing by just palming that over the bar. Excellent setup by Lucy Gray to find Benoit. And that quick shot testing the keeper, but she was up to it. So here's a Halldale corner, their first of the game. And here's Marie Benoit over to take the corner. Bouncing ball into the area, settled, a shot. Oh, another tremendous save by Savage. Two excellent saves in a row by the keeper. Nichols ahead, but no one in particular. That time intercepted by Ellie Barrett, but Nichols has it again. Again, only no options that time for the sophomore, to play that out into touch. And now Elise Bilodeau back in the contest for the Ramblers. Wow, two great saves by Kylie Savage. Within a minute of each other has kept this game 2-0 and kept her Ramblers in it. Nichols had to get rid of that one quickly. The Ramblers will do it again, this time in the Halldale side of the field. Barrett. This time Nichols cleared it away. St. Clair heads it right back from where it came. Armstrong tried to turn, and right there is Izzy Tinkham to clear. The Ramblers holding possession for a bit here. Nichols stole it, though, now. Lucy Gray. Nice turn by Gray to shake off Susie Fowler. Benoit. Wanted to find Sophia Murch. The pass was behind her. And easily cleared by the Ramblers. Miriam Ash. Wanted Clark on the pass, out into touch. Throw in for Winthrop. Clark hustles to intercept the throw. Murch toward Benoit, again well cleared by the Ramblers. Any ball that's too slow in arriving, Winthrop pounces on. That time it was Ella Rice. Clark. Bulldogs trying to switch the field. Inch came over to play it, but she was beaten to it. Armstrong. Ash will watch this roll to the touchline and play it off a Winthrop player. That's Beck over there. And Robin Ash will re-enter for Halldale. Sophia Lassard. She's back in for the Ramblers. Under 4 to go in the first half. Bulldogs with a couple of goals. One early in the 8th minute by Marie Benoit. And Fiona Breslin finishing off a Benoit pass on the volley. Beautiful goal by the sophomore. That doubled the Bulldogs' advantage. All right, Benoit now with space. Watch out for this. Benoit didn't get what you wanted on that shot. Kind of topped it a little bit. Harmless on Savage, who could pick up the roller. You see how quickly Marie Benoit frees space up for herself to take that shot, similar to what she did in the goal she scored. Robin Ash. Down that touch line. Rice was the closest to it. She'll play that over the touch line, and Halldale's throw. Clark taking for the Bulldogs. Murch. Miriam Ash. That deflected, but didn't get into the area. Cleared by the Ramblers right outside the 18. Kaylin Johnston trying to play that over the top. Rice is there. Again, battling the edge of the area. Benoit drawing 3 defenders. Benoit knocked down on the edge of the area. That's a great spot for a Halldale shot. You saw her score the opening goal right here in the 1-1 draw against Miranda Cook from a similar position. Benoit, no hesitation, fires, and it's over the bar. You can see what she wanted to do, pick that up high, and it looked like if that had been on frame, that Savage had that played pretty well. Jesse Willie back in for Halldale. Marie Benoit's done for the half. She'll get a rest. Last 80 seconds of this first half. Number 2 Halldale up 2-0 on number 7 Winthrop. Willie. She'll shoot. One hopper, spilled by the keeper, but she's there. Good poise by Savage to come and pick that up. A shot from distance didn't give the Bulldogs enough time to crash on the goal. And no one there but white jerseys on the rebound. There's maybe a chance for Armstrong now. Armstrong trying to run through Nichols. Winthrop's got the cavalry arriving, and they've got a throw deep into Halldale territory. 35 seconds left. Plenty of time to set something up here for the Ramblers. It's played back to St. Clair. St. Clair, good ball into the area. That's deflected back at goal by Miriam Ash. She didn't play it back to Gibbons, so the Halldale keeper can pick that up. Sierra Gibbons knows there's just 12 seconds left. She'll boot it high and kill a lot of that time. Perula Clark plays that ahead. That'll pretty much do it for the first half. So the Halldale Bulldogs scoring early in the 8th minute, courtesy of their leading scorer and Conference Player of the Year, Marie Benoit. That gave Halldale a 1-0 lead. Then 14 minutes later, in minute 22, Benoit set up a goal, this time feeding Fiona Breslin on a bouncing ball into the area that Breslin volleyed out of the air past Kylie Savage.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learn so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone. We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution.
Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
At Fowler's Roofing, our staff and crews are very reliable and professional. We've been servicing New England for over a decade. When we approach a job from the free estimate to the finished product, the #1 goal is establishing trust with the homeowner and to provide them with 100% satisfaction. We specialize with shingle roofing, framing, siding, earthwork, metal roofing, metal buildings, and so much more. We are proud members of the Better Business Bureau, the Kennebec Valley Chamber of Commerce, and the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce. We are fully certified, thoroughly insured, and we offer a 24-hour emergency service serving the state of Maine, as well as a 5-year warranty on labor. As a business in the Kennebec County area, we are very proud to be a continuing sponsor for local schools and sports teams, building a better community with Fowler's.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give of their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learned so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone. We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give of their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learned so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
Back with you here at Halldale High School. I'm Rob Kennedy. Chris Wheeler on our camera. Rob Munzing producing and doing some color commentary tonight. And the shot of the crowd here at the Simmons Complex. And they're enjoying what they're seeing, at least the home fans are. A 2-0 lead for Halldale here at halftime. Marie Benoit opening the scoring in the 8th minute. See this goal by Benoit. And again, could you place a shot any better than that? Just inside the post, a little bit of daylight, threading the needle between two defenders. That is a goal scorer's goal, and that put Halldale up 1-0. And Benoit wasn't quite done. This time not scoring the goal, but setting one up. But watch the finish here by Fiona Breslin. A bouncing ball, meets it in the air, just gets enough on it to beat Kaylee Savage, who's had an outstanding game for the Winthrop Ramblers. They're the 2 goals so far, both coming in the first 22 minutes, and Halldale up to a 2-0 lead. So the number 2 seeded Bulldogs, a strong first half. They controlled territory and possession. Ordered with a couple of goals, and the Ramblers forced to chase the game in the last 40 minutes, needing 2 goals to equalize. And earn a date with either Waynfleet or NYA. It's coming up this weekend. Still don't know who won that game. I'm trying to scour the social media to find out. So far, no responses yet. Got a bunch of other game scores today, but not ones that are relevant to this contest. So we're back underway here in the second half, and Halldale wearing black. They're attacking from right to left. Popping the ball forward toward Marie Benoit, who's back in the game after getting a brief rest at the end of that half. Lucy Gray trying to walk by Chloe Susie Fowler. Susie Fowler turned her back. Now Robin Ash. Work back to Emmeline Nichols. Jessie Willie over on that far touchline. Tried to play that through, and no way, says Abigail St. Clair. Ramblers trying to counter. When they've done that, though, the Bulldogs so quickly closing them down on the ball, it's been hard for them to really turn and burn. And it's played out. We're trying to reset that with Julia Knotts. The Bulldogs will regroup by the center stripe. Robin Ash trying to play the long through ball. It's not a bad one if Willie can run onto it. And she's got great speed. And that's played out into touch for a throw-in. Jessie Willie, one of the fastest runners at Halldale High School, is excellent track athletes. Also a very good swimmer as well. In fact, from what I hear, that might be the sport she's the best at in all 3, and that's saying something. She's awful good at the other 2. That's headed high in the air, in the area. Winthrop's going to get rid of that, though, and have to do it quickly as Murch was lurking. And stepping up is Addie Tinkham. Look out now as, again, it's Benoit. 3 Ramblers trying to close her down, and she might escape all of them. She does escape. And plays that into the side netting. Oh, that was close. To wait and see where that ended up. Some of the crowd thought that was in, and I had to hesitate too. Just watch her Houdini her way out of 4 defenders. It's like escaping a straitjacket. She made it look easy. Like Martin Riggs in Lethal Weapon. There's a data reference for you, isn't it?
Yeah, well, usually I go back into the 60s on TV shows and stuff like that, and I know the kids at home are going, okay, I'm going to get on Wikipedia again, find out what that old guy's talking about.
1987.
1987.
Danny Glover and Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of exploding Oldsmobile Cutlasses in that movie. We're going back almost 40 years.
Unbelievable, huh? You say the 80s, I think, oh, yeah, okay, 4 or 5 years ago.
It's starting to get that way as well. Katie Beck. Oh, Tinkham was right there on her. It's played back. Kaylin Johnston, so reliable as the anchor of the defense. Out there with Tinkham and Hammonds, and also Emmeline Nichols over on that far side. There's Nichols with it now. On the back pass from Robin Ash. Nichols carrying it herself. Played into the area, but intercepted immediately. Played away by Abby St. Clair. Let's try the long ball. No one's home. Tinkham sends it right back upfield. Galen Johnston. Sophia Murch working outside. Jessie Willie. Willie side-footed ahead. Trying to pick out Marie Benoit. Here's Julia Knotts. Left-footed. Chested down. Excellent defensive play. Right at the 18, Ella Rice again. Nichols on that touch line. Willie trying to turn around defenders. There's Benoit. Oh, nice step back to her right foot. Benoit to the 18. Slowed down. Squares a ball. Knott arrives on the scene, but two defenders there with her. Not a shot. Bouncing ball, smothered by Savage. It's good work by Knott to get up in the play and take that opportunity. But she was always going to have to rush that shot with defenders there. A little more time if she had it. Could have tested Savage a little more, but credit the Winthrop defense for making her hurry. Now the Ramblers trying to mount an attack again in the front half. Trying to work forward Bella Bear. That's popped up by Hammonds. Right back, though, to Beck. Beck, though, no way around Tinkham. That's been a great battle here this contest. Two number 9s. Working very, very hard out there on the field. Lucy Gray dispossessed by Armstrong. Hammonds outside to Tinkham. Not a lot of time and space. She does have Armstrong arriving, however. Trying to find Murch, who's marked well. Murch still battling, trying to play back for Knott, who's fighting through the challenge of Katie Beck. Knott at the 18. That's cleared. Sophia Murch is the first one there. Take him up in support, but it's cleared. Bear. Hammonds. A little miscommunication with Tinkham, but she recovered. Sophia Murch rolled off her left foot. Right back to Robin Ash. Ash. Outside to Willie. Willie turning, draws two defenders. That's out for a Halldale throw. Benoit passed into the area, but there's Ella Rice to play it away quickly. Lucy Gray. Trying to spring that through. Good hustle to keep that in and center, but Rice there again, and away it goes. A lot to be impressed with this Winthrop's defense so far tonight. Both goals they have conceded have been very nice goals. I mean, really, the shot by Benoit in the 8th minute that opened things up was picture perfect. The defense did a fairly good job on her. There wasn't much room to shoot. Just threaded the needle between two defenders and just snuck it inside the post. And then, of course, the square ball, the cross that Benoit made to Breslin. She was marked pretty well, too, but that bouncing ball, she had to go up and play it in the air. Yeah, no cheapies past Kylie Savage at all tonight. So Ellie Barrett will come off. Again, trading places with Sophie Lassard. They've been trading on back and forth for Coach Joe Menace. Claire plays that ahead. Now the Ramblers. Bear to Beck. Back in again. Abby Tinkham right there to greet her. Not back to Tinkham. Beck arriving. Here's Murch. She and Knott got a little too close. That'll slow the attack down a bit. Beck intercepts. Tinkham steps up on her. They'll go at it again. Trying to feed that through to Bear, but Caitlin Johnston is really good working out those passes. Such a reliable defender. Sophia Murch. That bounces to the 18. Jessie Willie in the middle of the fray. Willie now in pursuit of the Winthrop defender that was worked away by St. Clair. Knocked down again. St. Clair forced that outside. Lassard played forward. Here's Bella Bear. Beck playing long ball. Trying to chase that herself. And now comes the keeper, Sierra Gibbons, calling off her sweeper. We'll have a card awarded here for the aggressive pursuit by Beck.
Oh, wow.
So she goes in the book. He's trying to finish the play a little bit, but got too close to the keeper. And
Rob, I want to pass out thanks to the Medors, Jamie and Ryan. They just presented me with a beautiful table covering with all the teams that I cover, Gardner, Halldale, the two college teams, UMA, as well as Central Maine Community College to put on the table. So we'll be unveiling that up here at Halldale for the winter season. Thank you, the Medors. That was a very kind and generous gift that you made to Munzing Media. We thank you so much, not only for that support, but your sponsorship and all, and your kind words always.
Did Joe Manis get booked as well? Looked like he might have.
Yeah, I thought
I
thought it could have been a hey, give a little verbal warning, Rob. The card, it's not like this thing's been a chippy affair or anything else like that.
At all.
Yeah, there's nothing going on.
I was a little surprised to see that. The referee's explanation was it was the second time that Beck kind of bumped into Gibbons.
Yeah.
So I think there are two in the book. I know Katie Beck was booked. I think Menace may have been as well. But I'm not surprised he challenged that.
You got to stand up for your players. I mean, you want them to play a certain way, and you could see the official maybe getting into it if this had been, a culmination of some chippiness, but it wasn't.
You have violent challenges all over the place.
My God.
You definitely take control of that. But, I was surprised to see that.
Yeah.
Not question the referee. I just wasn't expecting it. At least Bilodeau trying to turn past Murch.
But I bet it'll be the end of it.
That's probably true. In that regard, I think the referee will succeed in keeping players away from the keeper.
For sure. Yeah, again, apologize. Can't make the game tomorrow. We looked at it, and then as many of you know and have been generous towards us with your thoughts and all that. Our house burned down last year. We're building a new house. We've got a meeting on that tomorrow, so I'm not available in the afternoon tomorrow. And then I thought, well, Halldale probably going to win that matchup. When do they play again? Well, it's Saturday. We're down at Central Maine Community College for the YSCC League Championship on Saturday. 2 games Saturday, 2 on Sunday. We're going to miss Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, I'm going to miss it as well.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I've been looking forward all year to the start of my Dartmouth hockey season, but I wish it hadn't come at the expense of the YSCC tournament. I enjoyed that quite a bit last year.
Yeah, Rob, the voice of Central Maine soccer. So fortunate to have him down there with his professionalism.
They'll be watching Alfie and Yvonne and Igor and the boys.
Yeah.
Women's tournament is up in New York at Word of Life.
What a spot they have up there. Watch a little of the game when CM played up there. Oh, my God. It looks like a Division I complex, Rob. It's
beautiful.
Beautiful. I can see why they got that tournament.
Katie back in the game after a yellow card. They're playing with just 10 for a bit, Winthrop, but she's not replacing anybody.
Rob, how long do the home teams keep advantage here in the high schools? When do they move to a regional site?
Well, I think the regional site will only be perhaps in the regional finals. I know Halldale's played at neutral sites before on turf when the field has been
Right.
wet and unplayable.
Yeah, we did a game over Lewiston one year.
for example. Yeah, against Waynfleet. But I know Hall doesn't like to do that. It doesn't look like this year it'll be a factor at all. We haven't had much rain, as you mentioned. The field is in outstanding shape.
Yes.
And a little rain coming in tomorrow, but not enough to soak or saturate the field. So I would think that we'll see both teams playing here as long as they're able to as far as the top seed. Here's Fiona Breslin back in. She had a goal in the 22nd minute, and she'll slap hands with Jesse Willie, the junior. She'll head off.
So there's likely not another game after this weekend here.
I'll have to check and see if, well, the other thing, too, is that both the Bulldogs on the boys and the girls' side don't believe are the top seed.
Right.
So if there's not an upset, they would be on the road for that regional final game anyway. It wouldn't be here at Halldale.
Right.
Well, we'll see where it might be. I mean, Maranacook would be a possibility for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not.
But I'm pretty sure it's a neutral site. I know that the regional championships for Class A, for example, are at Messalonsky.
And whose rights are those, Rob? NFHS? Do we know?
I think it depends.
We're going to look, okay? So what I'm getting at is if there's somewhere that we can get to, we may look at doing a regional final if either one of these two Halldale teams is in there.
That'd be fun.
It would be. But we have to have permission to do it. And sometimes they want to charge an exorbitant fee, so that comes into it.
Johnston from distance, 0-1 Hopper and Savage out to play it.
So we have some homework to do, folks, and we'll do that.
My guess is that in years past, NFHS has had the regional championships, and I think they do again. To check on the locations, that's up on the MPA site. Like I said, I know Class A is over at Messalonsky, Class A North.
Mm-hmm.
It's on different days, A, B, and C, I think, though.
And obviously, if NFHS is doing it, we're not going to duplicate it.
Nope.
So we'd only do it if nobody was covering it.
Right. Breslin, a little heavy first touch, showed too much of the ball, but now Lucy Gray has some space. She might be able to set something up here. Benoit, back two. Drawing the double team. Got back up, had it poked away. Another excellent defensive play by Abigail St. Clair. Tinkham worked ahead, but only as far as Zion Armstrong. Armstrong. Bound for Beck. Tinkham right in the middle, intercepts. Tinkham. Bella Bear there harassing her. Here's Emlyn Nichols. Nice header by St. Clair to knock that ahead.
With that back line for Halldale just thwarts everything, don't they? They just do not let penetration occur.
If you I'll count the MVC game, they've only allowed 9 goals all season. That's a good ball. But it ends up a little too close to that goal line, out for a goal kick, I believe. Nope, touched a Winthrop player, so it's a corner. Yeah, 9 goals allowed all season with that 1 in the MVCs. Of course, the team they were playing that night, Maranacook, has only conceded 5 goals allowed.
Right. And we did that game early in the year, correct? We had the. Did we have
did.
the?
It was 1-1 here.
Yeah, it was 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Halldale scored on a free kick early by Marie Benoit, and then the one great opportunity that the Black Bears had, which is their custom, they buried. They didn't have a ton of great opportunities, a little more in the MVC game, but they found a beautiful way to score. The corner deflected across the face of goal. That was off a Winthrop defender, so that'll be a Halldale corner kick again. Jillian Knott taking the corner from the far side. On the near side will be Benoit's. Yeah, Class C South will be at Edward Little High School on Wednesday the 6th. Boys at 4, girls at 6:30. So looking a little ways ahead. You got to win a couple of games to get there. Tremendous header to clear that. I'm going to stop the clock again.
We should have mic'd the officials tonight so we could know what was going on in the game. We need lip reader. Another card?
No card yet presented, no. So it looks like they're just going to restart this. So what they were looking at is a player got hit in the head, and they were checking for whether or not a injury had occurred, just checking for a concussion. That was it.
preventive officiating. Good job.
Yep. I think Duncan Knott next to me for kind of noticing that and letting me know. Murch played again. Nice shot, just wide that time as Savage had lost a footing a little bit trying to dive out there. But in the end, the Benoit shot rolled wide of the post.
Of course, I'm sorry, Rob.
Go ahead.
I will let people know that we do have college basketball already started for us. So, and I don't know what we have next week for college basketball. I think we have CM at UMA sometime midweek next week. Might be Wednesday.
I don't know how you keep track of the schedule by memory. I know you have it all written down, but just sitting there right now trying to remember what game you might have next week. I know the one game I have next week because I don't have many midweek games anymore, but that's it. The weekend's a little easier to keep track of. It's always the same place.
We'll get you going here in wintertime doing Bulldog basketball.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
I think we're going to be able to, as I said, double up on games. We should be able to bring a lot of games this winter.
Halldale on the restart. Galen Johnston. That's not, excuse me. Was fooled by the bright shoes. Johnson has a similar colored boots out there, but not usually a little further up the field. That's where she is right now. Spinning ball to Benoit. Absorbing some contact from Babineau. Jacob will get to this. Again, watched by Katie Beck. And taking one out of space on that touch line. It's a throw in for Winthrop.
Benoit's college plans, Rob, anything?
Haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
Haven't heard.
Certainly a next level player.
Kind of wondering if she's going to potentially join her sister. Rita Benoit, who's playing up at Farmington. A couple Halldale players up there. 3, in fact, as the Lee sisters are both there, too, and Kayla and Jenna Lee on the Halldale women's team. And that's the Halldale. Could call the Halldale women's team with 4 of them. It's the Farmington women's team. On the men's side, Jackson Leach has been their #1 keeper all year long, former Halldale grad from the graduating class a couple of years back. He was class of 22.
I just heard from Jackson. He wants to do an interview with me. He's got to do an interview for with somebody that is in his potential line of work, and he wants to get into this business. Yep. So,
you know, he's certainly a natural at it, both behind and in front of the camera.
Surely is.
Breslin has got a goal tonight. Turned by Benoit. Again, escaping defenders to shoot and put that high and potentially a little wide on that right near post. Sophie Lassard back in for the Ramblers. Jessie Willie re-entering for Halldale as we're approaching the halfway mark of the second half. No goals here in the second half. They both came in the first 25 minutes. Marie Benoit in the 8th minute to open the scoring for Halldale. And then Fiona Breslin doubling the Bulldogs' advantage in minute 22.
One thing I'll tell Jackson is, prepare your future by being ready to learn new things because, believe it or not, Rob, there was no streaming back in 1975 when I graduated from the University of Maine.
There were, I think, 4 TV channels at the time.
We were still doing football film, actual film, 8mm film. You had to send it to Boston to get developed.
A lot of radio broadcasting of high school sports back in the day.
Yes. Don Brown was doing our games in Gardner. I met him, one of the first people I ever met here in Gardner.
I don't have enough good things to say about Don Brown.
What a man.
One of my early mentors in broadcasting. Of course, George Hale calling all the games up in Bangor back in the day. And they had stations all over the place, from Millinocket down the county, down east.
George Hale called my football games when I was playing quarterback at the University of Maine, and we thought he was old then.
He's still on the air now.
He is. It's amazing.
Broadcasting a political show with Rick Tyler every morning.
What a guy. He was something.
That's one of those guys when broadcasting's in your blood, you just can't let it go.
Yeah, I had a pass slip out of my hand one time. He said, Munsing back by throws it. Looks like a punt.
Thanks, George. Not played that ahead. Here's Clark. Nichols with a right foot. Slice that a bit. It's out for a throw.
And you know what, George? How old was George? In his 90s, right?
Late 80s or 90s. I'm not sure
yeah.
which.
So just a few years ago, I mentioned that in a conversation online with him, and he remembered it exactly.
That's
unbelievable that he's that sharp still. He's a remarkable man.
Yep. An absolute Hall of Famer. As I said, the granddaddy of them all when it came to Bob Barker and game show hosts. I think that's kind of the same thing for George Hale on broadcasters in Maine.
I woke up every morning to George Hale in the morning on WABI.
Right.
on the radio.
Yep. That's the one thing about Maine not having professional sports teams. There's so much broadcasting of local communities going all the way back into the 50s and 60s. And as a broadcaster, both of us, that's one of the things we like to kind of cover. And Maine has really been, I think, very proud of its local communities and teams, and always had broadcasts to show that. And now on the streaming side of things. Down on that touch line, an attempt by Armstrong, and she did get a little bit of space by Addie Tinkham, but her shot drifts over the goal line for a goal kick.
Yeah, Addie had the angles all figured out on that one, and nowhere for the offensive player to go.
That's the thing you notice about this Halldale defense is they're so technically sound as far as forcing teams to not really get good looks. If you're going to beat Halldale, you have to take advantage of the opportunities you have, as Marinacook did in the MVC game. 4 ties for the Bulldogs this year. Wayne Fleets, one of the most impressive, the Greeley Rangers. That's a great play and a shot, a one hopper. A very nice opportunity by Abby St. Clair. She weaved through defenders to get one of the best chances of the game for the Ramblers. Bilodeau giving chase. She's got to watch out or she's got pursuit from Willie. Ramblers clear that. And there's Robin Ash trying to shield off St. Clair. Oh, excuse me, Beck. Take him with Armstrong right behind her. That forced the steal. Johnston. Perula Clark just inside the touch line on the right side for Halldale. Clark splitting defenders. Benoit advancing. Benoit to the 18 for a shot. Well defended by the Ramblers once again. They gave her just enough space, then Elise Bilodeau shut her down and deflected the shot. Kind of invited Benoit in, which can be dangerous, but they lured her in and they had her covered. Lucy Gray. Breslin. That's a goal kick for Winthrop. 17.5 remaining. Bulldogs have really throttled the Ramblers' offensive chances. They haven't been able to put much pressure on Sierra Gibbons. And that's not unique to the Winthrop Ramblers as far as defense. 3 shots on goal. Chris Wheeler's keeping count. Oh, you look at those 3 shots, though, for the most part from distance. They haven't really ventured too much into the front third. Bulldogs with possession and just solid defense have throttled the attack. Foul called against the Bulldogs. It's a free kick for the Ramblers. And you remember, this Winthrop team was a co-op for quite some time. And, back on their own 2 feet here with so many underclassmen. 13 freshmen in this roster. And they're giving a pretty good battle against the number 2 team in Class C South, who hasn't lost a match all year, except for that MVC exhibition contest. Oh, great battle here. Ash once again with Katie Beck. Tinkham, left-footed, launches this into the area, but no one home, except for the keeper, Kylie Savage. I'm going to keep an eye on this Ramblers team over the next couple of years and see how these 13 underclassmen, first years, grow and develop. Because the Ramblers have had a field hockey juggernaut for the last several years, and again, one of the favorites in Class C South. The entire state, for that matter.
And we typically look at, this Winthrop-Halldale matchup when we look to schedule games. Good rivalry always, boys and girls and area schools. And, we have a lot of fans out in Winthrop.
Well, of course we do.
That, know about us and will tune in and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ramblers fan base, extremely passionate about all their sports.
They've got that beautiful new Charlie's Field out there in Winthrop. They're using that for a lot of different activities as well as they should.
Yeah, MVCs were just out there last week. Congratulations to the Monmouth Mustangs and the Marinacook Black Bears, boys and girls soccer MVC champs. And field hockey was out there the day before, Winthrop winning on their home turf.
Yeah, and they got a juggernaut in field hockey.
They certainly do. Ash off the volley, and it drifts wide. I think they're 2-time defending state champs.
They've racked up a number of wins over the course state championships over the last couple of years.
They won the MVCs as well. The Halldale Bulldogs were their opponent there. Halldale was in the MVC game in boys and girls soccer and field hockey. Winthrop, though, getting the one goal they needed to squeak by the Bulldogs 1-0.
Good bounce back today by the ladies.
And they won by a 1-0 scoreline today. Knocked off a tough Lisbon team, who played them very close in the regular season, too.
Gardner Tigers, congratulations. Game you saw earlier on Munsing Media in field hockey. They won 3-2. They were in control of that game pretty well the whole time.
Izzy Lassard tried to work that ahead. Clark down the touchline, but couldn't keep it in play. It's a throw-in for the Ramblers. Bella Bear. Nichols. Nice pass to Jesse Willie. Well, he kind of ball handled a bit into traffic there. Had more room outside. But she's back battling again, splitting defenders. Willie back in the rush. Oh, that's a nice idea. Played to Breslin. Can she get there? She doesn't quite. It's a goal kick. The right idea there, and it's a nice attempt by Jesse Willie to feed that through. Benoit back in for Halldale, along with her fellow captain, Julia Knott. Breslin will come out, as will Perla Clark. And also Izzy Lassard will hop off as well for the Ramblers. 13 and change remaining, minute 67 of the 80 will play here in high school. Benoit into the area. That shot just over the head of Sophia Murch. That's one she might score in a year or two. Trying to look for a score for that NYA game. You haven't seen one yet, have you, Duncan?
2-1.
Who? NYA with the win over Waynfleet, so the winner will play the NYA Panthers. If it's Halldale who holds on to win this game for the next 12 and a half, it'll be right here. I believe it'll be scheduled for Saturday at some point during the day. We'll have to get details as far as time of that game starting. It will be right here if Halldale wins. Winthrop wins, it'll be down in Yarmouth on the turf. Now, the Ramblers have some work to do with just 12 minutes to go, down a couple of goals. And they're not out of this yet. A third goal might do it, but 2 goals, so they can get one in the next couple of minutes or so. Consider for an interesting finish. Benoit, though, could make this all academic as she fires, but that time got too much air underneath. Getting a little jeering from the Winthrop fans when she put that up high. But it is killing some seconds off the clock, and that's really all Halldale needs to do now. If they keep the ball up in the front half, that's enough to propel them into the second round against the Panthers. That NYA team, don't be fooled by their seeding. Oh, Benoit turning, passing. That's kicked away again. Once again, Abby St. Clair has had a very solid game defensively. Number 8 out there in white. There's St. Clair with it now. Trying to turn back inside. Still with it. Played ahead. She wanted Zion Armstrong. Here's Beck. Beck worked across. St. Clair really being challenged, turning around away from defenders. Just can't get the shot away. Winthrop wanted the foul, didn't get one. The Bulldogs with it. Jesse Willie now with some space. Willie's got company. Beck hustles back. Benoit. Work to the far side toward Murch. Ash with it here. Sophia Murch. Murch has got Presti right there. I want to credit Presti, too, as I misidentified. I saw the 8 in the back. Thought it was St. Clair with the defensive play earlier. It was actually Presti who's made some good ones, too. And she was in on that clear as well for the Ramblers. Now Winthrop. St. Clair looking upfield. That was behind Armstrong. Hammonds Oh, it wasn't done at all by the hustling Armstrong, but Armstrong stuck with it and stole. She's got St. Clair with her. Saw her a little too late. That allows Hammonds to get up and boot that away. Actually, excuse me. That was Tinkham. Now Benoit's. 4 defenders. And that's blocked for the corner. Now Rice with the block. Now the corner for Halldale. And Emma Nichols back in. Eddie Tinkham might be done for the night with a 2-0 lead and 9.5 to go. Bulldogs look to ice it on the corner here. That's Julia Knott out to take that corner. She's been taking the ones from the right side, and Marie Benoit has handled the duties from the left. 4 targets in the area for the Bulldogs. That's headed out again. Armstrong just boots it downfield, had to get rid of it. That gives Maya Hammonds plenty of time. Hammonds carrying. Knott works that ahead to Sophia Murch. Murch squares to Benoit. Benoit left-footed. Right at the keeper. A good save by Kylie Savage. Not only did she stop it, she caught it. Our Caps' Pizza player of the game always goes to a Halldale player, but if we were considering Winthrop players, Kylie Savage would be on my short list. Breslin. It's Miriam Ash who played the ball ahead for the Bulldogs. Sophia Murch. Murch contending with Presti out there. It's booted back toward Barrett. Ash trying to shield the ball. Ash again. Ash with the left foot, working that ahead. Now comes Ellie Barrett to boot it away. Now, a little quick game of tennis here between these two teams. Right now, here's a great run for the Ramblers. Played into the area right by the 18. Armstrong muscled off the ball. Well, that was great work by the Halldale defense. Johnston was there. Armstrong again trying to pressure. This Winthrop team is really hungry and battling here, trying to pull one back and make this a very interesting finish. There's an attempt. Not a bad one either. St. Clair letting fly from about 25 yards. Missed the target high, but it was a worthy attempt. Addie Tinkham back in for Halldale. Fiona Breslin's come in too. She'll play up front. Six and a half to go. Ramblers pressing. They have not given up even a little bit here, despite chasing the game from the early going. Johnston plays that out wide. Fiona Breslin scoring the second goal for Halldale. Worked ahead, Knott. Trying to play that through to Benoit. It's stopped on the far side once again by Presti. Mila Presti. Couple of stops here in rapid succession to the second half in the late stages. That bounces. Played outside by Maya Hammonds. It's a throw-in for Winthrop. It's time running out on the Ramblers. And battling the Bulldogs and the clock at this point. Bulldogs playing up the touchline again. Not to Benoit. Breslin is waiting for it over here on the left side. Benoit rounding defenders. Trying to play that back to Knott again, and again it's Presti in the way. Ramblers trying to counter. Gray outside. Julia Knott shooting the ball with her body. She'll kill time that way as she was shadowed by Katie Beck. Breslin saves it in the touchline. She's got Bilodeau there with her. Rice. That'll roll out near the Halldale bench. Perla Clark stops. She'll enter the game with 4:44 to go. Clock stops at 4:42 in the last stages when a team that's leading has a sub come in. Clock stops. Breslin couldn't contain that. Bilodeau with the throw for Winthrop. Katie Beck played square. Clark was there to intercept, but it's stepping around her. Bear tried to find Armstrong. Johnston again. Knocking down a potential through ball. That time Hammonds does the honors. Breslin. Ahead toward Benoit. Benoit turning. Benoit still battling. And Benoit got away with a bit of a grab. The referee maybe saw that late because the call is going against the Bulldogs, so it's a free kick to Winthrop. The referee took a look at it, made sure there was no advantage there, and then made the call. And the restart, though, right back to Halldale. Sophia Murch had it and lost it. St. Clair working her way upfield. Not with a right foot, trying to thread the needle as Breslin was making the run. Now Benoit. Benoit still. Now she'll shield the ball away. Now we'll stop the clock. And I think you're going to see Marie Benoit go in the book. Potentially. We'll see. Stop the clock. Referee's going to have a little bit of a counsel with his linesman over on the near side. Linesman had a pretty good look at that. And we're discussing whether or not to pull the card out. And the clock stopping at 3:24 to go. Izzy Tink comes up off the bench. He'll likely enter regardless. Yeah, conversation continues. Already one card pulled out in this game. Went to Katie Beck back in the first half. And Benoit's getting caution, but not a yellow card. Yeah, Benoit not thrilled about the explanation. The referee lenient. So they'll restart now. No cards pulled out. Winthrop with the free kick and the restart. And Johnston plays it out into the Halldale bench. Throw in for Bilodeau. Played out again. Bilodeau's back at it with 3:09 remaining. Beck. Nichols and Beck doing battle. Now the Ramblers in the edge of the area. Can they work it in for a shot? They do. Not a bad one either. One hopper, though, saved by Gibbons. Fifth shot on goal for the Ramblers. Gibbons has been there every time. That was probably the biggest tester she's had so far. Good work by the Ramblers to set that up. Marie Benoit's walking a fine line here, and she's fortunate to escape a yellow card. She was not happy with that call and let the official know. Breslin trying to play that long to Murch. Murch on the run. She's got some space. Sophia Murch. Oh, stopped inside the area again, and once again it's Rice. A clinic and bend but don't break for the most part today. The Ramblers have put that on. Again, they have conceded 2 goals, but an excellent shots. And most of the time the Bulldogs have made forays into the area. That defense has been quite resolute.
I would think the coaching staff might step in and tell Benoit, let's just cool it for the rest of this game, just get out of here.
Yeah. Kind of surprised she's still on the field.
Because the officials are certainly watching her a lot. There's conflict.
And she did get away with that pull earlier. It was plain as day from up here. The referee probably didn't have the best angle on it. She's been under a microscope since then.
Yeah, and sometimes as an official, you know you missed something, but you didn't see it, you can't call it.
Right. But you're looking for the next one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Murch. Benoit. Great turn. Benoit stepping through defenders. And Breslin almost had the chance to finish. It is a Halldale corner. And once again, alert defense. Bilodeau this time playing that out. The clock will stop with 1:05 to go. Megan Inch back in, and so is Izzy Tinkham. Bulldogs will have someone take the corner. It's going to be Benoit. No, it's Lucy Gray will come over instead. Benoit's taken the ones over here beforehand. This will be Gray's first corner from the left side. And Benoit's come off. That's the reason why. Good corner. It's there in the area, and a shot cleared off the line. And the Ramblers escape. Excellent defending again. That was a nice corner by Gray, and the Bulldogs had the opportunity.
Well, she's got a strong leg.
She does.
Ignore our clock. It's off.
We've had a few stoppages here in the last couple minutes.
I ended up sending it to 39 minutes.
Ramblers trying to counter here, and they do have some space on that far side. That's worked ahead. St. Clair, a bouncer toward the area. Out comes Gibbons, and Maya Hammonds defers and lets her keeper handle it with 29 seconds to go. So the North Yarmouth Academy Panthers will be coming up here to Farmingdale to visit in the C-South semifinals. Handball called on the Bulldogs. That was Inch called. But it won't matter much in the grand scheme of things here. The Ramblers have battled here today, but 2 early goals will be enough for Halldale. Marie Benoit in the 8th minute, Fiona Breslin in the 22nd minute, and Sierra Gibbons will pick up the ball at the horn, and the Bulldogs advance. They win here in the quarterfinals against the Winthrop Ramblers 2-0. We'll take a break and come back with our Caps' Pizza Player of the Game right here on Munzing Media right after this.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps' Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps' tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
Bulldogs and the Ramblers shaking hands after a 2-0 Halldale victory here in the Class C South quarterfinals. The Bulldogs will advance to take on the North Yarmouth Academy Panthers. That game will be this Saturday. We'll find out the time later on, but NYA will be coming up here to play in Farmingdale on a great 2-3 matchup, as NYA knocked off Waynfleet today by a 2-1 scoreline. That'll be another challenge for Halldale, as those Southern Maine schools have some excellent tradition and great talent, and that'll be something to see on Saturday. Let's name our Caps' Pizza Player of the Game, and we'll show you the reason for this one as we replay the second goal. And this is a nice pass, but watch the finish. Fiona Breslin stepping up, shaking the defender, and playing it right out of the air off the volley for the second goal, set up by Marie Benoit. Benoit had a goal and an assist tonight, but Breslin's goal was just beautiful. And she's getting our Caps' Pizza Player of the Game tonight, the sophomore scoring for the Bulldogs, the second goal of the night in the Halldale victory. So a 2-0 scoreline. Here's the final tonight here in Farmingdale, the Bulldogs over the Ramblers. I want to thank Rob Munzing, of course, who did all our production and color commentary. Chris Wheeler was on our camera yet again. My name is Rob Kennedy saying so long from Farmingdale. The Bulldogs with a win over Winthrop tonight on Munzing Media.